Welcome back to the Democratic Saga. We had an absolutely catastrophic battle that I tried to hold out on and just couldn't. Didn't have the numbers. Too many enemies. But it's okay. We picked up a lot of renown, some experience for some of our characters, and got to see our new class, the Poet, which is quite useful. You look at Ivor, surprised by his optimism. And I might sprout wings and start flying. The idea of Varl being sarcastic like that is a little scary. Oh, man. Hey, that's my thing. You can't do that. That's offensive. Ivor and Rook are pretty great. They're clearly pretty good friends. Ah, trainer. So the trainer is a new addition. You can actually get renown from completing specific challenges in battle. However, I don't care right now about that. We got other stuff. You watch for a moment as Ivan, Juno's apprentice and the mender found nearly dead at Ridgehorn, moves his staff in a complex pattern, repairing some armor. Pole? Pole? There we go. Looks like one is just a little ahead. The blunt, sarcastic answer. Ivan watches you, studying your face before speaking. Oh, yeah, we did kind of do that thing to Ivan where he was really set on waiting, and we did not go. We did not stay. And you were wrong. I've been trying to pull Rook back from the brink of grief. Ivan's face falls. You don't know how dangerous that thinking can be. Hey, thanks for the follow. Looks like 1 and 2 are tied. 1 being, what do you mean? And 2, you're probably right. Ivan seems to have a bit of perspective on things beyond life and death. So who knows what kind of stuff the Menders have to deal with. We've seen the kind of weird dreamlike states and trances that they get when they sort of talk to each other. At least Juno and Ivan have that connection. We don't know about other Menders. We've got a tie between 1 and 2. We need a tiebreaker vote. There it is. 1. What do you mean? He seems to shake himself from some distant memory. Just believe me. Ivan picks up the repaired armor, hitting it with his staff to test it. I need to check on the fighter who is wearing this. Fair? So training. This is a new thing. It's quite useful. We have a trainer. This guy with most of his teeth gone. Yep. Looks like you could stand to learn a few things. 5 challenges for you. If you can finish them all before we get to Aberrang, I'll let everyone know you've impressed me. Sure. Make me fight with my 6 injured characters. Oh, no, this is... Tutorial for this. So, they give you some requirements for things, and you just have to complete them. Form a shield wall. Simple enough. Kill an enemy using puncture. That's, yeah, that's a bow skill. So I want to group them together. Oh, wow. Spear guys move quick. Huh. So I already lost. That is not a victory. That is not what victory looks like. Yep. Archer's dead. Mission failed. My renown grows. So you get renown if you manage to accomplish all those objectives. However, I'd really prefer that the game stop tutorializing me. Yeah, let's get down to brass tacks here. How many days do we need to rest? 4. The answer is 4. So that's 4 days of supplies gone, but better willpower. Okay. Let's give Aleo a promotion. He's earned it, I think, and it's cheap. Let's give Aleo another promotion, because I think he's earned it. Also because I can give him, No, wait, it's Luden that I wanted to... Ah, man. My bad. Don't worry, there will be points. I will get points. Actually, you know what? I will just do this again and then see how much that gets me. Wait, this is not the one that I'm thinking about? What is this challenge here? Right. Yeah, training. Standard training. I want the special training. Okay. Right. So, first move, probably fading back a bit. Yeah. Can you stop doing that, please? Seriously. That's super annoying. That just opens up another attack. I need to actually not kill that dude. That guy has not lost any armor, so he's not missing armor, unfortunately. Good, there's my chance to do the thing. Let's get rid of you. Yeah, you guys screwed everything up. I'm very sad. Very disappointed in you. I'm gonna try something. Good. Puncture. There it is. We've won. So these training things are basically kind of like little puzzles where you use your abilities to effect, and in reward, you get experience. 12 renown. It's a perfectly good amount of renown to get for a little thing, a little no-risk challenge. Why did I... Who am I trying to promote here? Luden. There we go. That's one. We'll take that for now. Kind of just evening out the characters that I do use. I don't think that's a bad idea. And we're off. Get back to regular travel. And battles that I don't lose. Getting some extra food from foraging. You look at all the food freshly placed in the supply carts. What's all this about, you ask Godleaf? The clansmen are trying to help as much as possible now, she says. Whenever they can, they'll forage for nuts or berries or fish and hunt. They can keep us alive by keeping us fed. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as a man struggles with his fishing net. As his catch nears the surface, some voice concerns. You're close enough to make out a large shape in what looks like fur or hair in the net. Do we fire an arrow into the mass? Keep watching as the man hauls it out, or yell at him to release the net? Looks like 2 is winning. Why not just watch him pull the mystery thing out of the water? Might come to life and kill him. Well, better him than us, right? Bear cub, shouts the man with the net. Long dead. What's it mean? Superstitions blow across the ships like a gale. Talk of plagues and famine make eyes go wide. You notice Bulwark at the bow of his ship, staring at the cub and brooding more than usual. Weird. Fishing for bear. A desperate-looking lot of adults and a varl stand on the shoreline waving you down. You probably look similar going anywhere with Ivor. They look hungry, but can they be trusted? We can toss supplies to them as we pass and don't stop. We can slow the boats and ask what they want, or we can keep moving. Looks like we're gonna ask two. The basics, the Varl says. Food, safety, trade routes are empty. Of the 24 humans, half look like they've seen battle. We can give them some food and move on. We can invite them to come with us, or we can just leave. Same decision, basically. Looks like people are leaning pretty heavily into inviting them along with us. Okay, then. Everyone carefully files onto a couple of the less burdened ships and start eating. Clip, the Varl says, which you take as his name as his appreciation. One Varl. Love when they make a point of telling us, you have gotten a Varl. Good job. Shouts from one of the rear longships grab everyone's attention. The quick construction is proving faulty and the ship is taking on water fast. With dredge on the bank and all other ships almost at capacity, you consider your options. We can bank the longship for repairs, have the clansmen board other ships, dump supplies, or ask the ship dudes. Hey, we got a ship problem. Can you fix this? Like, without us stopping somehow? Looks like 4 is ahead in this one. I want to ask for advice. We need less water. That's true. We'll need her out of the water, says one. Nonsense. To plug the holes with some cloth and tar for now, says another. As they argue, clansmen begin jumping from the sinking vessel, grabbing for ropes and extended oars. Most make it aboard other ships, but not all. When your ship is sinking, you don't have time for advice. Smoke from a village catches everyone's attention and the longships begin to slow. I doubt these scraps of wood we're floating on can hold many more, Ivor says. You feel the governor's gaze on you, and he slowly shakes his head. So, passing a village by. Can help as many as we can. We might get more supplies from helping them. 4 is basically the, we will not engage with the river. We can try to make a case to our clan. I think that's what people are leaning towards. They might have supplies. They might not. A lot of people don't have supplies in this world, but they might. And they might be nice. Ivor cocks an eyebrow. And who will resupply them when they realize the trade routes are blocked by dredge? You give him a look and wave the ships to shore. When the ships land, you and a few others rush towards the smoke, but the closer you get, the stranger the situation. There's no sounds of battle or people panicking to put out fires. Keep going, Bulwark growls. We'll see what the dead are carrying. The Varl's comment defies tradition, but so do many things about him. Push on to the village to investigate? Or get back on the ship? Looks like people want to investigate. Yeah, I'm kind of curious myself. Kind of want to know. A barn is the only thing burning. No one is around. Unusual, Oddleaf says. Some kind of trick? Number 1, move back to the ships. Number 2, look for supplies. Number 3, is someone in that barn? People seem to want to know what's in that barn, but supplies is coming back up. They're tied now. 2 and 3 are tied. 2 is look for supplies. 3 is look at the barn. 1 coming up, too. People are feeling kind of uneasy. This place is weird. Option 1 is just get the hell out of here. They are giving us a lot of options to retreat. To be totally honest with you guys, I don't remember this decision in the slightest. I have no idea what might happen. It looks like 2 is ahead. Let's look for supplies. The village is stripped of anything useful. Those around you are frustrated by the wasted effort. After a slow trudge back to the others, Rugga stands aboard a ship, shaking his head. Some thieving bandits ambushed us and took off in a supply ship while you were on your do-good mission, he says. We'll be even more crowded now. Glad you're at the helm. Definitely taking a lot of getting weared down quite a bit. A large clump of hazelnut trees looks like a good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while kicking around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You notice a varl on the edge of the clearing silently staring into the woods. He's watching a lone dredge grunt stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in these woods. The varl's whisper is still loud enough to scare the squirrel and alert the grunt. It looks at you and the varl before slowly backing up. Number 1, get everyone on the ships. 2, kill it before it alerts other dredge. 3, watch it and track it. Or 4, leave it alone. A lot of tricky decisions with multiple outcomes here. A lot of opportunities to gain and or lose points. We seem to be mostly losing points so far. We've picked up more people. Yeah, give him the baby. Give him the baby dredge. It looks like 2 is winning out. Kill the dredge. Is that what we're going with? I'll give it just a moment. See if we get some other votes in. All he wanted was to eat that squirrel. He's very hungry. I assume. At this point in the story, we know that the dredge are in a similar position to the humans and the varl. They are refugees. They are looking for any kind of safe place. Unfortunately, they have to go above ground, you know, leave their home that they were forced into, and try and find space amongst all of the races that killed them in the previous wars. Not a great situation for them. It looks like we're going with 2. Your arrow wedges in between 2 plates of stone armor, and the dredge cries out in a strange warble. It runs, eluding your second shot before disappearing in the trees. The varl, who made no move to chase the dredge, says we better get everyone to stop looking for food and head back to the boats. He sounds vaguely irritated. Everyone watches the shoreline in silence, but no sign of a dredge force is spotted. Some complain about running from a single dredge, but most stay quiet and vigilant. Morale declined, but we got some supplies while we were here. I think that's pretty neutral.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Asilai's godstone almost looks lonely.
A godstone on a small island. The clansmen and varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. It's Bulwark and the Ravens, Aleo says. They looked rather upset by my music and all the singing, he shrugs. If they'd rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally. But come closer. Let me introduce you to Asile, the god of streaming waters. We voted 2, but the Varl chose 3. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those of us traveling unfamiliar lands. The skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone. Inscriptions from all those who were lost, but found a way back home with her help. We listen to more of his story, search around the stone for anything of value, or pay our respects and go. As in the previous game, we came across a number of godstones representing the gods who are now dead, presumably. Or as people now say, the gods are dead. There's no one watching over us. All the monuments we built towards these people are kind of meaningless. Many people still gather around them and pray for help. They don't answer. It looks like people want to hear the lore. That's cool. I'm down with that. This game has good lore, so the more we hear, the better, I think. Some say her stone shows the struggle of leaving the familiar to see what's over the next hill. Alea looks at the ropes tied around parts of her and smiles. Before the gods died, her stone supposedly stood tall and moved a few steps each year, so people are always trying to make sure she stays put. Alea looks at you, grinning. Have you the strength to hold her, or a gift with which to entice her? We pull on one of the stronger ropes, or I have no interest in dealing with dead gods. Unanimously, everyone wants to pull on the rope. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. You wrap your hands around one of the larger ropes and begin to pull. It feels as pointless as expected, and Asile's godstone does not budge. Suddenly, you are joined by Hakon and Ivor, who lend their great strength. Others quickly join until the rope snaps and everyone sprawls into a laughing heap. Morale improved. You return to where the clansmen have set up camp and see someone, a woman in torn robes, slip from your tent. She blends in with the other families, and after making sure nothing is amiss in your tent, you let it go. Strange. Tutorial, why are you still here? You can stop. You can stop. You can stop now. You can stop. Hakon, how's it going? The two Varl look deep in conversation, but Ivor catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves and are running from something, but what? Probably talking about dredge. Hakon's becoming a dredge scholar. Yeah, it may be worth the effort to try and understand what the golems are doing, wandering all over the place. Hakon thinks it's strange we've never seen their women fight until recently. That's because they're fighting to survive. Good thing, too, we might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. I think this might be lore stuff that we can just pick up on. I don't know if this is a choice. I'm going to ask what happened back then. I know people want to see, has anyone ever talked to Dredge? Okay. Alright, I'll start with that and we'll go from there. Both Varl look at each other. There are rumors that some have tried and have been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense. Skald tales about the sound of a Dredge's voice making your skin fall off. No communication with the enemy. We were too busy killing to worry about a fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. They don't use words. I guess if anyone talked to them, it'd be the Valka, but good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. Yeah, we can ask. Juno said a darkness is coming. What Valkas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. No. No, that's silly, Ivor. Come on. If they learn to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, I don't think that's the case, Rook. That would be quite the achievement. What did happen back then with the dredge and the Varl? Great deal of killing on both sides. Back then, the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Ivor doesn't talk about the past. Oh? Ivor says nothing, just holds Hakon's stare. All kinds of stories that we haven't heard. Ivor, we have to catch up. The clansmen have been talking about us killing women and children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I'm bothered more by your decision to destroy Einertoft's bridge. We didn't have a choice. Also, it didn't really matter. You were going to get steamrolled regardless. It was the best decision at the time. Hakon, that bridge is dead and you're alive. Maybe think about that for a second. The bridge did not make it. If it weren't for your horns, I'd swear you were an overgrown human. I think that's an insult. That sounds like an insult. The two giants begin trading insults and you step away, letting them vent. Okay, guys, you have a good one. Shut up, tutorial. Do you mind? Please. We got any training? Ah, we can train fighters instead of clansmen. I'm going to, I will open up the poll here. How many fighters do we want to train? Remember, clansmen will gather food, fighters will fight in wars. We've got 427 clansmen, and we can train 200, 100, or 50. It looks like 100 is ahead. Yeah, reminder, the Varl, the Varl considered their lives pretty precious, I think, because they do not reproduce. There is only the Varl that have been made, and there will be no more. Just as a reminder, that's the reason the Varl King did not want us to destroy the bridge, because it was supposed to be a monument to their race that would last longer than they did. But that's gone, and so is he, I assume. I assume he's dead. He's got to be dead. Bellower had to roll right through that city and kill him. Looks like we're going with number 2. 100 new fighters is fine. Okay, so we're going to sit still for a day and a half? Yeah, I think that's okay. Make it happen. Consider it done. Oh no, we lost 100 clansmen. We gained 100 fighters. Weird how that works. Okay, we are free of injuries. We are back to our standard team, fortunately. I think it's time to go. Time on the cramped longships is proving too much for the children. They're climbing ropes, interrupting rowers, and constantly leaning over the sides to touch the water. Some Varl and clansmen look annoyed. Number 1, remind everyone that this will soon be over. Number 2, say nothing. 3, keep your kids by your side. We're at war until Aberrang. Or 4, move families to specific longships. Three and 4 tied. That's between reminding people we're at war until we get to Aberrang, and probably even still then at war. Make Rug ahead of the daycare boat. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Or it could be an awful idea. He might just throw all the kids off the side of the boat. Need a tiebreaker vote. 3 or 4? Move families to certain ships? Or remind them that we're at war. Looks like we're going to move families around. You order the longships alongside each other before revealing your plan. Some are shocked and reluctantly follow, while others agree with your decision. The rearrangement takes more time than you expected, but the vessels are soon moving again, with children only climbing over those with children of their own. Okay. Neutral result. Nothing lost or gained. A cool breeze across the water works its way into your cloak. You shift to block the wind and feel something press into your hip. You feel around and find an item in your pack, but do not remember obtaining it. Assilay's Trail. Let's check that out. Two will and 2 strength. Okay, level 5 trinket. Nice. I think that is what happened with that woman that was in our tent briefly. Also, some tense music has begun to play. Some industrial screeching. Let's continue. Yeah, I guess maybe the god isn't dead. Or at least has some kind of human avatar sitting around giving gifts to people. The sheer cliffs and boulder-strewn waters of the southern bank dictate the longship's course. The droning sounds of the dredge accent their quicker pace as they follow your ships along the northern bank. Dust and mist make it hard to see ahead. A hissing, rumbling noise grows all around. Waterfall, shouts the sharp-eyed maid from the bow of her longship. Oars instantly reverse and you nearly lose your balance. Huh. That might be a problem. Can't get to Aberrang if the river just ends. You see, earthquakes have been happening because of that serpent, and a lot of Earth is just completely messed up. The land is gone. Silent Hill style. It's just gone. The roar of the approaching waterfall clouds your thoughts. Though you overloaded the ships with the clansmen you picked up, the Archer's keen sight and warning provides some time to react. Only 2 ships fail to the power of the overwhelming current, though the screams of the families, fighters, in Varl are difficult to move past. 8 Varl, 19 clansmen, 12 fighters are dead. We lost 10 supplies. The remaining ship's rowers pull hard, heading for the dredge-lined northern bank. In their haste, the vessels smash against sharp, split rocks as they push towards the shore. Some fighters are thrown from the boat, sinking in mud under the weight of their armor. Another 10 fighters. Okay. The longships are too spread out to command a unified landing. Amidst the chaos, you look at those nearby. Gris, a stout Varl warrior, and a few other like him look ready to rush the dredge. Bolverk and his company are close to you, hauling their sealed cart off the ship. You consider your options. Number 1, have our archers support us. I think that will take Oddleaf out of the battle. Number 2, have the Ravens help. Number 3, have Gris help. I think Gris is a provoker? Or a shield guy. I think he's like Mogar. I can't remember if he's Gris or Bearsea that does that. Okay, it looks like people are leaning pretty heavily towards Oddleaf helping us. Maybe have some distance. Set up a siege option. We are at the edge of the world, what it seems like right now. We have nowhere to go. This is going to be kind of a desperate fight. It looks like we're going with Oddleaf. I'll do what I can, she says, grabbing a couple more quivers. Oddleaf nimbly climbs some rocks for a vantage point. Using the cover, she begins pinning down Dredge. Okay, so we don't have Oddleaf for this battle, but that's okay. We've got plenty of other characters to use. Ekil, I think it's time you got back in the fight here. Ivan. I feel like no, too many support characters. We need a frontline guy. Luden. Hang out here. Oh, right. He's got the Shapersky stone. That's real good. Oh, Rook does have a Let's bracelet. Good. I was worried we lost that. Okay. Time to redistribute some things here. The farthing yard is not here. It's on Oddleaf. Damn it. Well then. Here you go, Ekil. Have 15 strength. For a human, that's really high. That's super high. Maybe some extra armor for Luden, because that's the... I can give him extra strength as well. Yeah, let's do that, because that'll improve his Impale attack, because Impale does strength damage before kicking the guy. He can equip a level 5 trinket. 2 will and 2 strength. Yeah, I'm down with that. No. Give him 2 armor and some strength resist. To make him a bit more insulated. What does Mogar have? Mogar has that, which I don't really want. I'll give him extra armor. And Ivor has... Right, Shapersky. Yeah, let's do this. I think this group will work. Mogar, you gonna join us? Ah, so we've got Oddleaf setting traps for us, but it doesn't, you know, it's not going to work against us. It's not going to use a turn. So we've got some free support for this fight. Team Wall of Death is prepared. Whoops, sorry. Wasted your turn. What a shame. That guy's got 20 strength. That's a problem. When does that guy go? Not for a while, but it's going to be tough to hit him before... I mean, I'm going to have to use Rook. Oh? A new enemy unit. As I said earlier in the stream, yes, hazards. Gonna see some new types of enemies, new classes of enemies, new races of enemies, all kinds of stuff. So here's a dog. This dog can turn invisible, and when it does, It can also mark prey if there is a pack of them. So if they arrange themselves correctly, you could be in serious trouble. Gotta be real careful. Yeah, I think I need to hurt you. Or... no, let's damage your armor. Take the extra point. Yeah, just slow that flank down. That's fine, that'll do. Yeah. Oh, right, Luden cannot move through people. Well, that's my fault. Here come more. Now, when I played this game, I played this game a couple times, and the Skulkers have not been a huge deal to deal with, but having a lot of them gives them the opportunity to definitely be a problem. Oh. Hello. Another new enemy. Ah, there he goes. So who's this guy? The Dire Guard. The Dire Guard is kind of a companion unit for Stone Singers. It apparently does not like when you go after Stone Singers. They're not on here right now, so we don't have to worry about that, but it'll come up later. He's also got damage. It increases dredge armor. It also hurts you if you touch it. Let's get rid of that Skulker. Or wait. Yeah. Wait, what? Where's my collateral damage? If they remove that, that would be unfortunate. That would make Battering Ram worse. Yeah, this would hurt Mogar, but I think it would only do 1 strength damage. Yeah. Yeah. I think this is the way to go. 1 damage on Mogar for all of that is pretty good. It is an okay exchange in my book. Also, wow, it's getting crowded over there. Oh! Bumped into an invisible guy. My turn is forfeit. Well, my movement is forfeit. I can still take out this guy. Thank you. Leo just basically looks around and says, "Oh my god, did you see that? Look at that shot! What a great attack! Luden, you are still in the back goddamn row. You are useless there. I will spend willpower so that you can be useful. Get out there, attract some attention. Poke some people." Poor guy. Oddleaf is just putting the trap in front of this guy every turn. He can't go anywhere. Oh, you're summoning a dude. That will do 2 damage to armor. Okay, here I'm safe. Never mind! Forgot about you. Cannot attack an invisible spot. Vallejo took a bit of a hit there, but so did the Skulker. See, if they take damage, they become visible again. That's important to know. That is how you make one of those appear again. But I really want to get rid of this Slinger. He's the only Slinger they've got, I think. Whoa! Did not notice that guy's strength. 21 strength. Hello, I'm awake now. How are you all doing today? Wow, that was a major hit. Should not have taken. Son of a bitch! I can't do that. It's an awful move. These Skulkers are very much getting in the way. Like, I should be marking these guys and removing them, but they are getting in my way and keeping me from doing the thing I need to do. Impale. It's not much. Oddleaf. We need actual support, not what you're doing. Okay, Ivor's turn is coming up. Let's buff him. God damn it! Useless. Annoying dogs. They need to die. You guys cannot be allowed to stay here. You are disrupting my process. Okay. Alright, Oddleaf, I take it back. you need to follow orders. Ah! Fuck it. Just 'cause I'm mad. I'll hit myself. Hell yeah, I'll do it. I want you gone. I'll kill Ivor. You have ruined my formation this entire battle. And you have taken all of the traps. Well, looting is hurt. God, this fight got so ugly. I really had this, and then I did not. Oddleaf. No one is going to go that direction. Maybe shouldn't have brought a layout of this fight. I need more characters that can do damage. Knock you out. Good. Good deflect. Also, here's something for you. Good. That'll even things out. Oh my god, Oddleaf. Like, if you had trapped the right spots, we'd be great. But you haven't, And we're not. I'm sorry. So Ludin with that buff is doing some damage. It's quite nice. Oh. High armor damage. Yeah, Impale should kill you. Or the trap might stop it. Oh well. Excuse me. Just gotta shout a guy to death. Damn it. Yeah, I noticed Oddleaf is helping with Mark Prey. That's a nice little thing. I do appreciate that. This battle's been just a little frustrating. You gonna call? He's calling. You can call as many people as you want. They're not gonna save you. Oh crap, that guy's going next. Well, this is gonna hurt. Alright, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. Because now... Oh no, I can't! Oh, I don't have the will. Oh well. This dog's made me so mad I killed Ivor on purpose. I just realized that. Oh god, I'm turning into Rook. I'm losing my focus. All I can think about is the anger. I can't suppress this urge for revenge. Oh, let's move around the target here. Yeah, the trap. Aleo, come on, do it. Come on! Just get rid of that guy. Just kind of cleaning up a bit. Still got one fresh guy to kill, but I don't think he's going to change the tide of battle all that much. Ekil gets him. Oh! Hakon works his way through frantic clansmen on his way to you. You saved more of those along the way. Maybe too many. Also, yeah, we just had to kill the Dire Guard to end the battle. That was their leader, I guess. You look at Hakon with disbelief. I'm not saying I would have done things different, but some of those ships were too weighted down. Each Varl death is one step closer to being wiped out. Hakon really thinking about his people right now. He knows that it's kind of his responsibility. He needs to protect his people, not necessarily humans. We'll have to see if we can continue to count on him in the future. Hakon squints into the distance. Their next attack is coming, and this time they'll come in force. So, things are looking a bit rough right now. We are stuck. We are stuck between a sheer waterfall, a cliff, and an army of dredge. This is starting to feel a bit familiar. All we need is asunder, and we'll have exactly the scene at Borisgard. We need to figure out how we're going to handle this, and it has to be done pretty soon. Okay. And it looks like we're going towards 4. Can we fight through them? No. Best we can do is become a wall they get tired of punching. Juno and Ivan approach. Oh, good. Juno has an idea. That's usually a good sign. No one's definitely about to die. Ivan seems to be very dire about this idea. Juno gives Ivan the look. Ivan sighs. With Juno's help, I think I can get us across the chasm, but it won't be easy for me or the caravan. I need to help Ivan and calm these people so they're ready to march. We need to keep the dredge away from him. The sound of a war horn cuts her off and everyone turns to look. The dredge assault begins. All right. It looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemy's. Good call on training those fighters, by the way. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. Juno and Ivan move to the cliff's edge. Hakon, surveying the battlefield, says some supply barrels could make a few barricades for defense. Otherwise, it'll be a straightforward assault. You consider what to do. We can sacrifice some supplies for barricades, have some choke points, maybe give us a better chance, or assault the dredge without barricades. Now, if they let me change my party, and I think they probably will, I'm going to have to take Ivor out, because he's injured, because I hurt him. I did it. I'm sorry, Ivor. I had to hurt you. I was too angry. I was too angry to make good decisions. It looks like people want to have some choke points. I can't blame them. I think it might be a good idea. Men and Varl begin moving barrels full of food and gear ahead of the fighters, but they look your way for confirmation. You realize these supplies will be ruined in the fight. You guys have made your decision. I understand. Nod for them to continue. The barrels are barely rolled into place before the fighting begins. Alright, Ivor, you sit this one out. Hakon, welcome back. I think it's time for you to come back. Luden, promote. Wonderful. So I think it's time for me to explain, 3 hours into the stream, how talent ranks work. So Luden has maxed out his strength, which means he can take one of two traits and get a chance of things occurring. He can get robust or artery strike. Robust resists strength damage. Artery strike gives you crit chance, which is double damage. Now, Luden is big on poking people, so I think I'm going to give him a bonus crit chance. I'll also give him an extra point of armor. So now he has a talent rank in strength. You can only take one ability for each trait that you've maxed out. It's all kinds of good stuff we can spec into. So let's see. Now that he's at level 5, I can give him the mug. Right, Oddleaf. Aleo, I'm going to have you take a break. I've not been using you very well. Yeah. Wait, here we go. Okay, we are out of renown. Yes, crit chance is, I think that is crit chance. It may be a different thing, but later on we'll find trinkets that increase talent ranks, and that's what that does. That just adds, that just gives you those traits if you don't even have that stat unlocked. It's kind of incredible. So, everyone else at level 5. Yeah, I'll give you that. How much armor does he have? Only 12? He's not a good armor character. I'd rather give him... Yeah, I should give him that. Oddleaf will take the break. Okay. I think that ought to do it. Ivan is doing something. Yes, he is doing exactly what you think he's doing. In case you needed to realize anymore that Menders are freaking terrifying and can do impossible things. We have a bit of a choke point here. We'll have to make use of that as much as we can. War. 17 strength, 17 strength, 13 strength, 17 strength. So we've got 3 strong boys, 1 shield boy, a regular dude, and a slinger. Put Hack on here. Yeah, that's good. That's what I wanted. Is it weird that Ivan is one of your favorites? Not at all. Ivan's a pretty good character. He gets quite a bit of development, and he seems to be a very important character in the story in general. Good. They're not attacking the choke points. Alright. In that case... yeah, I'm gonna hurt you right away. That's an easy move. Reinforcements are coming. This group did seem a bit small, let's be honest. We knew it wasn't gonna be easy. Okay. Oddleaf can trap this spot, which I think I might do. Seems like a good idea. Everyone else seems mostly in place. I don't really have a spot for Luden yet, but I'll find that. I think if I put him here, he can stab through the barrels. Also, I forgot to mention, Oddleaf got her level 3 skill, which means she can do more damage. More trap damage. Nice. Note that Juno is just advising Ivan. This further kind of reinforces the idea that Ivan has powers that Juno does not, and vice versa. More reinforcements. It's getting pretty crowded out here. The blender is forming. Ekil, you just sit tight. These bombs suck, but... yeah, okay, good. Knockback might be useful as well. You. Knock you out. Getting there. Oh, right. I didn't even notice that barrel was in there. I guess my trap is useless then, huh? Oh well. We'll do it right this time. Wait, let's see. Let's trap this spot. I mean, Ivan has untold powers that we do not understand, but yeah, Ivan cannot mind control entire crowds of people. Nice! 6 damage from that trap. That's good. Good stuff. Alright, I need to move out a bit and hurt some dudes. I need to bring an amount of pain. Alright, there go our barricades, so I guess it's time to fight. A reminder that Ekil has insane strength. This does not work for Luden. This doesn't work at all. Okay. We just have to clear out this thing here. That's easier said than done. There's one down. Yeah, you go after Mogar. Who needs their armor broken? You do. Okay. Just remove 5 armor from your entire team. I'm okay with that, man. Also, let's see how this does. Oh no! I thought they were connected. Sundering impact only hits adjacent enemies. My bad. Continue to break. Mogar's gonna hold out as long as he can. Alright. It's time for anger. I don't need any space. There's no space to move, so I might as well just use it. The cheapest move possible. There we go. Well... Oh no, he can't move. Damn it. That's fine. That's fine. Push him back. You have too much armor for your own good. And still a lot of dudes. Not enough. Alright, I'll clear this guy out. We'll try to move up and take this group before Ekil gets swarmed. Ekil has plenty of armor, but he can get worn down. Yeah, readjust our formation a bit. Season 2 in general, things are just more dangerous. The stakes are a lot higher. They communicate that through the battles and also through just all the decisions you make in the story. I really kind of like how quickly this game ramps up. I was actually really impressed with that. Also, maximum yell. Oh, fantastic. Killed that guy in one hit, one shot at him. Yeah, I think we have this. Which is good, because after the previous 2 battles, I've been having some trouble. Been stumbling a bit. Yes, the soundtrack in this game continues to be amazing. Just consistently amazing across the board. It's really impressive. Okay, Ekil will just yell at those guys, so... Taking damage, taking every bomb to the face, because they are not the concern in this fight. Well, not as much. Although Rook might go down. That seems inevitable. There it goes. Sorry, Rook. I apologize. So mad he yelled at he owned Dredge. Shameful. Oh, Mogar's down. Huh. Some of this happened while I wasn't paying attention. No, you will not have time for those to explode. I am sorry. You will be dead before that happens. Ekil taking a bomb to the face does not care. Once again, Hakon Sundering Impact does strength damage and a little armor break, making it pretty useful for wearing down groups when they're stuck next to each other. I just wanted to hit the guy hard because he deserved it. Wartime leadership. We get renown for that, because we defended so many lives. So yeah, the game has kind of balanced out giving you renown so that you have more to work with. And you're going to need it because now the maximum level is 10, and the requirements for that are pretty high. Juno walks onto the floating land, cradling a kid goat in one arm. She looks strained, but beckons to the families to follow. You shout for everyone to start moving, but the fighters and clansmen alike remain motionless. Large chunks of earth bobbing in midair like ships at sea has everyone unsettled. Finally, Ivor takes the reins of a yacht loaded with a supply cart and walks out onto the first floating stone. It supports the load without issue. We go this way, or the dredge kill us all. His words are punctuated by slinger stones thudding into the ground only feet away. Men pick up their children and start running. The caravan animals squawk and bleat in the frenzy. Varl pushes through the crowd while others fight to follow in their wake. The frightened mob tramples a few and knocks a couple more from the ledge before everyone is strangely pacified. Even you feel a sense of calm settle your nerves. You get one guess as to why that is. Welcome to the next leg of our journey. The wounded and elderly struggle to make it onto the floating rocks while fear of the bridge paralyzes the legs of others. The dredge give chase, crossing onto the bridge without hesitation. Guys are going to have a variety of tough decisions to make, and a lot of lives are in the balance. I suggest you think very carefully. We can charge into the dredge, we can ask the Varl to carry the people who are struggling, or we can shout at Ivan to drop the back of the bridge. Dropping the back of the bridge would most likely mean we drop a bunch of people as well. That's what I'm assuming. Ivan is trying to concentrate. I wonder if he would even process that order. But it looks like people are leaning towards the charge option. Let's see what that gets us. You launch yourself into the approaching dredge, swinging your axe wildly and driving a few backward. Other fighters and archers follow your lead, holding off the dredge until the last of clansmen make it past you. The stones under your feet begin trembling, and you realize it won't hold much longer. Run, you shout to the fighters who joined you. Almost all push forward as the stones nearest land fall away into the chasm below. A good decision? Minimal losses. Bravery in the face of gravity, indeed. Our entire caravan of 500, 600, 700 people is suspended in the air over a floating landmass that is being held there by a wizard. The Banner Saga is awesome. Ivan is growing visibly weaker. Meanwhile, many in the caravan are stunned by witnessing family members fall to their deaths. The effect is spreading. It's a lot going on. Not everyone can be saved. We can shout at everyone to move forward. We can save one guy who is crying at the edge from falling over. We can ask Ivan how he can help. Or we can run to the back and push people forward. Crack the whip. It looks like number 1 is ahead. 4 may come back. 5 knocked the guy off, yeah. It looks like 1 is 1. While those immediately around you hasten their steps, others don't hear you at all and fall away as Ivan's grasp wanes. Numbers are falling. The stones behind the caravan are falling faster than the rising ones in front. The rear clansmen are pushing forward in a panic. Bulwark shouts, "Knock some of these people over the edge before we all go down." People gasp and flee from him. "We are carrying too much," Ivor says. "We've got to get rid of something before that mender drops us all into the depths." You look around and see only people, food, and the massive cart the ravens are hauling. Only 2 of those are an option. Food? Or the mystery cart? It's quite close. It's a very close vote. The mystery cart could be food, yeah. You don't want to throw away that food. We have to throw away the other food. It looks like 1 is pulled ahead. The ones closest to the supplies look at you, bewildered. "We won't need food if we don't make it across," you shout. Slowly, a couple of carts are unhitched and shoved over the edge. Ivan's relief is almost instant, and the bridge extends, giving everyone more room and time to move on. Morale improved. Gaining a bit of our edge back as we approach the other side. We're getting there. There it is. There's the other side. Ivan's scream chills you as it echoes off the cliff a mere 100 yards away. Again, the bridge shakes but stays together. I think he's getting a bit tired. When Juno looks at you, her lips are trembling. "This is killing him," she says, "and I won't let that happen." Her tone is dark and cold. When Juno starts having doubts about the plan she was totally into, well, it's not a good situation for everyone else. A reminder that we don't have time to argue, and that we are still suspended 1,000 feet above, I don't know, ground, water, something. It doesn't matter what's down there. You're dead if you fall. Number 2, dumping the rest of the supplies. People are feeling real desperate. No time to argue. People are dumping the food. I admire your courage. Thank you. We'll replace them in Orm's dollar, says Juno before returning to Ivan's side. The supplies are dumped and the caravan moves forward. Land. Actual land. Not floaty land. That was quite a trip.
It's hard to believe we made it across that chasm. Now we find what's left of Ormsdalr. Once a great trade town at the fork of the Ormsa River. How many lives must have been lost here?
This place looks especially wrecked. Land and town. There's nothing here. The town was on the very edge of wherever everything collapsed. Now it's just on the edge of a cliff. From the massive varl to the youngest human children, everyone is sapped from crossing the chasm. Tents are loosely strung up and gear is thrown on the ground as everyone falls asleep. You manage to post a few guards out of habit before sinking down against a crate, wrapping your cloak around you and closing your eyes.